Well, here we are in the first part of the Chapter 2 lab, and we're going to look at some pieces of paper and some pennies and see what happens when we add water with them. So first off, I have here 2 strips of paper, and these are just dry right now, and we're going to hold them together like this. And these papers represent your lungs. So every time you inhale, your lungs expand, and then when you exhale, they come close together. And your lungs are wet. And you know this because you can see your breath in the winter or your glasses fog up. That's from the water in your lungs. So now we're going to get these papers wet and we're going to see what happens. Now, when we hold them close together, see that? They attract to each other. And I can even let go of one and the other one sticks there. So making them wet makes them want to stick together. And remember, this represents your lungs. So this is an issue. Remember, physiology is all about problems and solutions to the problems. So your problem is that your lungs are wet. When you exhale, they come close, and that makes them want to stick together. And if they're stuck together like that, then you would have a hard time inhaling again. It would be really hard to pull the walls of the alveoli apart from each other so that air could get back in there. So your body also has a solution to this. You have a protein and lipid mixture called surfactant that coats your lungs. And we can make our own imitation of surfactant using oil and soap. So if we mix up this oil and soap here, so your body makes surfactant and it coats the inside of your lungs with it. Now, when you go to exhale and they come close together, notice there's not that attraction. They're not jumping together like they did before. And even if I do put them together, they come apart much more easily. They don't stick as much. So this oil and soap mixture that we made represents surfactant that's in your lungs, and it acts to break that surface tension and stop that attraction of the water so that the sides of the lungs don't stick to each other. Next, we'll look at a penny. So I have here a penny, and we're going to see how many drops of water will fit on the penny. And you might be surprised. So go ahead and take a guess now of how many you think it is. And if you watch closely, let me get the camera a little closer, you can see the water is building up as a dome. You can kind of see if I get down here. There's a dome of water sitting on top of the penny. And you can try this at home also. All you need is a penny, some way to make drops. See how many drops of water you can fit on there. And that, oh, there it finally went. But you can get a pretty big dome of water on there. And again, it's that attraction of water molecules. Remember that water molecules are polar, they have a positive end and a negative end, so they attract to each other. And they'll form a surface tension. That's why the penny had that big dome, and then it kind of popped and the water all fell off because we broke the surface tension. So water molecules are attracting.